Hi and welcome to this guided meditation centering around the idea of unlearning that smaller is better. So as always, I invite you to get yourself into a comfortable position, either reclined or sat down, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And try your best to relax into yourself, something that will become easier and easier as we go through this time together. And we are going to work through the body to begin with, as we bring our awareness into every corner of our being. And first we can begin at your feet, just relaxing them, removing any tension, wiggling our toes for a moment before coming to a place of stillness. Feel your ankles losing their tension. Allow yourself to let go of anything that you are holding on to that is not serving you. And moving up, you can pay attention to how your calves feel, allowing your knees to soften and allowing any of that pressure, any of those muscles to just soften and relax. And during this time, you may well wish to readjust and allow yourself to settle into a more comfortable position. This time is yours, so do with it whatever you wish and whatever makes you feel most calm. And you can release any tension now that you're carrying on in through the quads and the hamstrings, and just keep your hips loose and level, and if you need to shift around a little to get more comfortable, do go ahead and do so. And as we sweep up your body, you can allow the release to happen in your chest as it rises and it falls with each inhale. Let it sink as you sink into a deeper state of relaxation, steadying your breath and giving yourself warmth and appreciation for making this time for this session today. It is not always an easy thing to do to create time for ourselves, so please take a moment to celebrate this small yet vital achievement. You are prioritizing you here, and please do reflect on this with sincere appreciation. Reflect on how you are truly putting yourself in a position of care at this time, and how this is representative that your self-respect is already there. It requires nurturing and applying to all contexts of your life, but the desire, the want to want, the building blocks are indeed there. You are wishing to grow, and that is the first step to growth itself. So for one final time, I invite you to thank yourself for being here, for tuning in to each and every one of my words, because as you know as well as I do, healing cannot help without letting go and making space for that growth, and that is what this time is all about. And before we get into the narrative of this relaxation session, I invite you to picture yourself within a garden or an open space that is surrounded and enclosed by some sort of lining, fence or hedgerow, whatever you choose. And be there now, surrounded by any sights, any sounds, and any stimulations of your desire. The only thing that it must do is create a sense of inner calm. There may be sounds of nature, there may be feelings or sensations involving the elements, but whatever feels right for you, delve into that now. And in that garden that you are standing within, or that open space that you are sitting within, be this one that you have seen before, or one that has come from your imagination right in the here and now, I invite you to peer over to your right as you notice the paving stones over there. And since you are curious about where they might lead to, as they slope down and around the gentle corner, you can allow yourself to gently take yourself over to them, knowing that wherever they may lead will be absolutely safe and part of this guided time. So take that first step on that stepping stone, taking the next, one step, and then another step, and then on to the third paving stone, and just two more now. As you go down, another step, and then another step until you are around that corner. And you notice that there is a gate at the bottom of those paving stones, and you can allow that gate to swing open and behold a comfortable looking bench that is overlooking a beautiful ocean sunset. It is quiet, undisturbed, and relaxing, and so you can take a seat there. The wind is warm and the long grasses are gently swaying. The sky is an array of pinks and purples and golds and blues, and it is illuminating the clouds to become iridescent. And you notice all of the tiny little things that contribute to that scene, feeling so calming. The soft clouds above that shine gold with the setting sun, the gentle breeze that kisses your ankles, the sound of the water far below, and you notice the vastness of it all as you look out at that panoramic scene. And during our time here today together, we are going to be reflecting how when you try to spend your whole life being smaller or remaining small, you forget about the small things that matter so much more than how small you are. When you walk down the street on an autumn day, you miss out on marvelling at the vermilion leaves because you caught a glimpse of yourself in that shop window or that car door, and your head said smaller would be better. And that moment right then and there feels bigger than anything else, including the importance of being there now, taking in that autumn day, that fresh breeze, chatting with whoever you may be, or having a calm internal monologue on your own. The idea that smaller would be better compromises all. And perhaps there's another occasion when you have been to the cinema and your mind is on the snack that you brought, or that you didn't bring, or more that you would have liked to have brought, instead of the plot of the story, the costumes of the characters, or the people that you are spending time here with. Or it is the compromise that you take on when you walk towards a beach with the clearest of blue waters on the warmest of summer days and feel momentary bliss. But this appreciation doesn't linger because your mind is on that cafe that you researched the menu of, hoping that the menu has stayed the same, and the idea that smaller is better compromises all. Or when you sit at the cafe surrounded by friends who fill your heart with warmth and your face with laughter, or just bring you reassurance in a moment of need. You have to concentrate through the conversation as your mind wanders off, and battle the preoccupation of the suspicion that the barista didn't use the milk that you requested. And in that moment, the idea that smaller equals better compromises all, including the importance of being here now and taking in that time in that cafe. Or when you stood beside your friends or a family member who perhaps you rarely see, who make you feel deeply and who make you feel loved and make you feel as though you have something important to say, and you've deleted the photos because your head said that the person you see in the photo would be smaller if you were better, and it compromises all the memories you have of that time, be that the event itself or the person that you saw. The idea that smaller equals better compromises all. But you listening to these statements here and now, these examples of real world truths where the idea that smaller equals better compromises all, is not enough. Part of your work here through this journey ahead of you is to act yourself out of believing that small you is a better you, and this involves stopping any behaviours that are in pursuit of smallness and that evade growth. For your brain is watching these behaviours. It is seeing your actions and it is learning and unlearning how important or unimportant smallness truly is for you. And please hear me when I say that your body in the past, now, and in the future is the least interesting thing about you. You are not a pair of swinging arms or a pair of marching legs. You are not a belly in isolation or a floating head. You are whole, a collective sum of parts that house your core personality, your being, your values, and your excitement for potential. Your body is not representative of your worth or those values. It is your vehicle to allow yourself to enjoy a deeply fulfilling life, and that is all. To notice those autumn leaves as you stroll, to engage in that film, to truly be at that beach with the bluest of waters, to be present at that cafe, and to savour that time spent with a distant friend or family member. To be the vessel that allows you to feel deeply, experience what you wish, and navigate with curiosity on your short time here. And right now, as I ask you to hone back in on the rhythmic movement of your chest rising and falling, please do remind yourself that you do not have to form a fixed opinion on your body in each moment. Your perception held in this moment of your innocent body is one being viewed by a singular lens, perhaps distorted by fear or something other. And this lens does not have to present it in a positive light in order for you to respect it via your actions. And the final reminder for this time is that your body truly is on your side. Your body is innocent, and your body has no agenda against you. Really go back inwards now, feeling any sensations in your body which are demonstrating that it is indeed working a way for you. Come back to your body, right here and right now, feeling your chest rise and fall. And thus, if eating an amount of food that mentally and physically satiates you, makes you grow, makes you change, you are not at the right place for it. Your body simply wishes to be. It simply wishes to function as best it can. It has no agenda to take you beyond where it feels that it settles best. And it does not need the micromanagement from you and the judgment from something sinister to keep it in a place that is so unsafe. And what will truly bring you a feeling of contentedness is being vulnerable, authentic, supporting others, supporting yourself,
having deep and meaningful conversations, being kind to yourself and to others, and to do the things that truly light up your soul. And those things, they are all incompatible with low energy and suppression. The idea that smaller equals better compromises all, and you must release yourself. You must let yourself do the actions which will facilitate the unlearning of this. Your brain is always watching, and it is always learning, and it must be seeing that your body is the least interesting thing about you. So to end this time that we have spent together, I invite you to take a few final deep breaths back in, and we are just going to make our way back up that path now, back into that garden or that open space from the beginning of this time. And remember, you can remain here in the position that you're in for as long as you need once we have worked our way back up there, continuing to grant yourself the unconditional permission that you have to rest, as you allow these learnings from this time to sit within your consciousness. So step back up now on those paving stones as I count backwards, taking a breath each time. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Allow yourself to wriggle your toes. Allow yourself to stretch or rotate your fingers and your wrists and your shoulders and wherever feels that needs loosening. You are safe, and this time has been well spent. Thank yourself one more final time for taking this time for you.